Good morning, my wonderful world of YouTube. My name's Chris. This is Motivated Living. It's Wednesday. Happy hump day, everybody. Today, I'm going to do something different. Kind of go back to the roots of the channel. I'm going to keep a real talk. Just going to share some things, just to keep a real talk with y'all. So, sit back. So today I'm going to talk a little bit about change. I'm going to give you all a little backstory for you guys who don't know. I may lose some subs and customers over it, but hey man, I keeps it real. Some of y'all know my history a little bit, some don't. So I'm going to take y'all back, take y'all way back. This is about change, this video, and how anybody can change. So let's go back. Granted, as a youth, I come from a messed up home, bad household. I had a lot of issues, a lot. My biological dad, who knows? I don't know the story on him. I mean, I know the story, but that's it. I'll leave it at that. And then my mother was with another dude. That's how I call him a dude, because, man, forget that dude. Abusive to both of us, you know. So that helped mold my mind growing up. Eat or be eaten type mentality. You know, learn to have to fight early. And then he got kicked out of the picture. And then my mother got with the man that I look at as my dad, who raised me, taught me all the essentials of life. I didn't accept him due to the one before it, granted, until it was too late. So don't wait till it's too late to, let people know you love them and give them real chances, especially if they're proving themselves. You can't hold other people's actions in the past against everybody. It's not right. Even in relationships, my wife and I know at the beginning we held the shady actions of people from our past against one another. It's not right. But we as people, that's what we do. You put walls up. You got to look out for yourself, because a lot of times when you let them down, you get burned. Not always the case, though. And just like anything in life, for anything to have a chance of being successful, you have to give it a chance. You have to give it an honest effort. Moving forward, we'll fast forward. I have background in sales, marketing, mortgages, all that stuff throughout the years coming up. And then had a hiccup when my father died. I call him my father, the man who raised me. Took it the wrong way, turned to bad things to cope with it. Instead of facing my feelings or emotions, I tried to make it where I wouldn't have to face them by staying high or drunk in one way, shape, or form. Which in turn led to me being a supplier. Make a long story short, my right-hand man wore a wire on me. Guy I had trusted with my life at the time. And the drug task force kicked my door in about 18 deep. Definitely memorable. And to make an even longer story short, it led to a plea agreement. Agreeing instead, because I was scared to go to trial after what my attorney said. 25-year plea agreement with 5 years suspended, 20 years to 10 in maximum security for dealing cocaine. I did about 8 of those years. And while I was away, because when I first started my, when you get a prison sentence, people, it's called a bit when you're doing time. So when I first started my bit, nothing changed at first. I was in there still hustling. I was taking some of that other money and investing it in other products in there and was flipping them. Because we all know you have access to anything in there. It just costs more. That's just what it is. So for all y'all think because somebody goes away they don't have access all of a sudden. Getting off the beaten path. I tend not to talk about this topic too much because I've put it behind me. But I also stay mindful that it's a part of my past. It's a part of what molded me and shaped me. And just like a lot of the stuff in the past, from my past that has helped shape me and mold me. It's just part of life. Now, granted, we're to move forward. What we're looking for is ahead of us. There's nothing for us back there. We're done. We're not in that life anymore. We're not in the past anymore. We're in the present, and then we have the future. If the good Lord lets us see our future. We never know how much time we all have left. Anybody who knows the game knows that there's not a lot of old players left in it. They're either locked up or dead. In the 5 years suspended on probation, all that stuff's done. Like, I've been off paper for quite a while now. Like, nothing holding me up. Come home, and shortly after, wifey and I, she's from my past. We got to talking, rekindled things. Definitely my soulmate. Definitely my better half. So all these years, we're going on 8 years now that I've been home. December made 8 years. No other problems, no other troubles. No hiccups, no backsliding. So the whole reason of bringing all this mess up is anybody can change. Any past circumstances, you don't have to stay in them. You don't have to keep the title on you. Oh, I'm an addict. Oh, I'm a drug dealer. Oh, I'm a thief. Oh, I'm an adulterer. Whatever it may be, all these titles that society puts on things to say it's bad. We don't have to stay trapped in that mindset of, that's where I was, that's where I have to go back to. That's all I know. Bogus, man. So I've taken what I've learned from that past nonsense and use it for legit stuff now. But the main thing, nobody else is going to change you. Nobody else was able to change me. They tried. Heck, they wanted to bury me under the place. If I didn't want to change, I'd probably be back in them shoes or dead, And that's just facts. It's just what it is. And it's a beautiful thing because I managed to reconnect, stay in touch with others who, when I was in them shoes, who have gotten out. And I've seen some get out and come back in. Life goes on. But I see several who do big things with their life, doing really great things. Others who are now entrepreneurs. One does the news right up the road and has been for years. So, just to show you, the change has to come from within. It has to come from with your heart. Old saying, I remember Brother Kareem used to always say, because he had the Change Your Heart program. And he said, if there's no change in your heart, there's no change. So it has to come from in here. With that said, you can do whatever you want to do. You can't. If you're stuck, find a way out. Think. You don't always have to turn to negative or nonsense or just give up. And I've been there, even with life going good, where I'm ready to give up. Oh, this is too much. I guess putting your mind where you want to be, what you want to accomplish, draw out little goals or what will it take to get there. And it could be anything, man. It could be even stop smoking weed or something. I don't know. It doesn't have to just be about success or money. Or, I was talking to a gentleman yesterday through Messenger. Sent him a couple of decants, and he made a comment about wanting to bless other people. And stuff is just stuff. Money's just money. I know it makes the world go round. It's nice to have, but you don't have to have stuff for money to be a blessing to other people. You could say something helpful to somebody, open a door for somebody, smile. There's blessings in a smile. That's charity. Saying hello, being nice, even if the worker's having a crappy day. Sometimes a nice word might change their whole day. So just go out, be a blessing. Try to be the best you can every day. And if you came from a rocky past, the relapse, so to speak, because you don't just have to relapse with a substance. You can relapse with that stinking thinking. But it starts up here. And I know when I first come home and I heard from my old supplier after I've been away all that time, and he offered me X amount of product and money, like, hey, bro, good looking out. Welcome home. Here, this will help you. Nah, man. Because that opens that door. And then you're right back in them same shoes. And I would have been. It was my absolute goal to not go back to them shoes. And I know what it takes. I do. I know what you can and can't do. And it's my choice every day. You have to have accountability, for one. If you're effing up, and I try to keep it PG, um, stop. You know what you're doing. I knew what I was doing. It was just, and it was all good until that door got busted off the hinges and they came running in. The money, the trips, the toys, everything was all good. The door comes off the hinges, they came running in. It wasn't all good anymore. And I knew that, things were about to stop. Time was about to be finito for me for a while. Then comes the accountability. It's all fun till you get caught. You got to own it. I'm owning my past right now to y'all. And I'm okay with that because I'm not that person anymore. That past has been there, but I'm not him. I'm not that guy. I sell smell goods, which are therapeutic. I enjoy smell goods. And it's a choice every day to not go do something stupid because, I don't know, whatever it may be. I think that's it. If there's any questions about that, if you want to talk about that anymore, feel free to hit me up. If you don't want to do it in the comments, I'm on Messenger. A lot of y'all know that. And the whole reason this story came to mind, my bad. I should have done this at the beginning. I took wifey out. We went to Muncie, did some shopping, and her and I stopped into this buffet, this Chinese buffet. It was really good too. And as we're getting ready to leave, I see this man, and I'm looking at him like I know that guy. Like it just touched my spirit. Like I knew him. Like I couldn't leave without going over and figuring out what was going on. So we did, and I went over. Him and his wife were at the table. And I told him, I said, "My apologies for interrupting your meal, but I know you." And I looked over at her and said, "I know you too." And they're both like, "You look familiar." And we get to talking. And I said, "Are you guys from," because we had just moved from up north. My wife's like, "There's no way you know them. That we're down here. We're not up where we used to be." I said, "No, baby, I know them." They're like, "No, never lived there." And they asked me if I ever worked in the prison. No, I didn't work there. "Oh, you were a resident, unfortunately." And they're like, "Well, that's okay." Turns out the two of them, they were corrections officers when I was at Pendleton. And good people. So I'm telling them my story a little and how long it's been since I've been home. And, they could just see them smiling and they ask what I'm doing. Hey, I work from home. I'm my wife's caregiver. I sell fragrances and decants and do some affiliate marketing stuff. And but it was neat. And it just, sometimes little things like that. I think, and I try not to sway anybody on the spiritual aspect. So I'll say God. And that's a gray area. And I tend not to get into that stuff. I'm a spiritual person. I am. And I believe in many facets of spirituality. I don't believe you have to be in a building type deal or read just one book. It's, again, in your heart and what each person believes, which we're all entitled to believe the way we want to. But I believe my higher power puts things in my life as a reminder or to serve as a stepping stone, even if it sometimes you're banging your head on said stone, but it's making your head stronger as you go. And I believe at that point in time, that incident, and that's why it weighed so heavy on me, was his way of just reminding me and bringing content to maybe somebody else who's struggling. I don't know. But this video has been weighing on me to do ever since then. I don't like talking about the past because a lot of people are judgmental. They are. They, all of a sudden, you could be the best bridge builder in the world and they find out, "Oh man, you messed up. You had some felonies or something." I don't want to mess with you. And today's scent of the day, which is going to be in one of my upcoming videos. So spoiler alert. But it's Navitus Virtus. And this, to me, is a very uplifting fragrance. Upcoming video are going to be uplifting fragrances. And I've already sprayed it on. It's still strong. But as I've told you before, I love the openings. Everybody's still in bed around here. I'm not going to offend anybody. This bad boy is loud. This is a Boss Beast Mode fragrance. Steven from Red Essence. This was part of his line. Ooh, caps are heavy. Not as heavy as Parfums de Marly, but it's got some weight to it. This was one of his first releases. But love it. It's getting low. I don't know how to get another one, but it's definitely one I want to keep in my collection. It is going to be on my top however many uplifting fragrance video coming up. I'm still working on that. I don't want to half booty it and just throw it together for y'all. Toy of the day. I don't know. What should I grab to show y'all? What's a cool toy? Here, I'll show you one of these. My wife hates these things. These are called Buttheads. I found them at Ollie's. See, he's got the little butt cheeks. Look at the nagas. And you. They make fart noises. Buttheads. I think I paid like $3 for it at Ollie's. And then I've got the Pharaoh one. Whatever, I'm a guy. Fart sounds make me laugh. It's whatever. That's that, man. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate y'all as always. I hope to see you returning. I'll show you my cool new coasters too. Got some coasters in. They're old NES cartridges. I paid $10 on Amazon for them. There's a stack of them, and it has Duck Hunt and all that. Any of y'all older folks or people who are into throwback games, remember this system? You'd have to and put it down in and to get it to work. I hated that thing, but that's what we had. That's it. Have a blessed day, y'all. Forward motion. Serious. Keep moving forward. Never stop. Remember, it's behind you. Leave it back there. But don't forget. We can never forget. And I believe at that point in time, that incident, and that's why it weighed so heavy on me, was his way of just reminding me. And bringing content to maybe somebody else who's struggling. I don't know. But this video has been weighing on me to do ever since then. I don't like talking about the past because a lot of people are judgmental. They are. They, all of a sudden, you could be best bridge builder in the world and they find out, oh man, you messed up. You had some felonies or something. I don't want to mess with you. The real ones are going to stick around and keep coming for the content. Because, what do you say? How'd you say it, Mitch? Steel sharpens steel or something. Iron sharpens iron. I can't remember how he said it, but it made sense, you know. So, you know, real attracts real. And that's that. Thank you. Have a good day. Much love, y'all. Much love. Forward motion. Never give up. Keep pressing forward. Have a good day, y'all. Peace.